Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. Well, over the past month or so, I've actually picked up a lot of new products from Sephora. New, I mean new to me, things I've never used before. And I was just using them and trying them, and it occurred to me literally today that I had a bunch of stuff I had not told you anything about. Part of it was a lot of these products have been around for a while and you may have already seen the reviews, but maybe you haven't. So I have for you an accidental Sephora haul. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Jennifer. I am into all things hair, skin, and makeup. And if you are too, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. You know you're gonna come back for more. All right, let's start off with the most recent launch from NARS. This is their Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder. I bought this on launch day, and when I ordered it on the website and had it delivered to my house, the shade I got actually turned out to be too yellow, which happens to me all the time. NARS as a line in general runs very yellow. It's hard for me to get shades that I like. So when I saw it and I was like, ugh, I literally went on their website, I went to the chat part and I said, this is the shade I wear in the light reflecting foundation. I use the shade Yukon. She suggested the shade Cliff. So when I saw it, I was like, God, that is so light. But I've been really wanting to have a pressed powder to keep in my purse for touch-ups. You know what bugs me a lot is that there aren't a lot of touch-up powders that you can keep in your purse. And most of them don't even have a powder puff in them. That's making me mental. How am I supposed to touch up with this? Am I just supposed to leave a powder puff floating around my purse? Remember the days when the powder puff would be in here, the two together? I mean, it would be a bigger compact, but who cares? You had everything all in one. I'm blathering on and on, but the point is, I'm annoyed. It's great. This is beautiful, sleek packaging. It's gorgeous. I love that. But how am I supposed to use this on the go? I'm annoyed about that. And actually, I just finished filming another video, so I might be a little shiny. But let me show you this powder. So, and actually, I'm not gonna show you everything like this, but this, because I just got this, let's just do this. All right, so like I said, I just wanted it for touch-ups. I was afraid that it was going to be a little too opaque, but I don't think it is. It is a little light, so you will have a little bit of changing of your foundation shade. And for me, that can be a problem because I can never get my neck and my face to match because they're not the same colors to begin with. But for setting, when I am completely finished with my makeup, this is what I do. I kind of go a little bit through the center, underneath. I don't touch my cheeks. I don't go over my bronzer. I just want to set some areas targeted. And I really like it. I do think it leaves a soft, velvety finish. I don't feel like it is cakey. I don't feel like it's too much. I think it's pretty, and it is a lot better than I honestly was giving it credit for when I purchased it. I thought it was going to be something that I was going to return, and so far I'm really happy with it. What am I going to do come summertime? Because I don't know if there's a shade for me. I don't know. But so far, I like this. All right, I'm going to show you two products that I picked up because sometimes when I start using a brand, I go into a deep dive and I start buying product after product. And that's been happening with me with Patrick Ta. I have a lot of his products and I didn't realize it. So I think the last thing you guys knew that I got was the cream foundation and finishing powder duo. I did a video on that. Well, because of that, I decided to pick up, this is the Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. They've been out for a while, and I have them on today. I like them very much. I actually bought the brush before I bought this because I had heard so many good things about the brush. It's a really great brush. The shape is very innovative. It works nicely. It, of course, works perfect with this. But for me, this is a really great shade. What shade do I have here? I have She's Statuesque, and it's the perfect light shade for me, especially this time of year. I think it gives a nice subtle glow without being overwhelming. Really enjoying this. And then I of course picked up the blush because you know how I feel about blushes. This is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in the shade She's Blushing. So you know that he does these duos like this, and I've been having a hard time deciding what color to get. And I watch his videos all the time. And even though this color, I have it on right now, in the pan looks a little but I usually see him apply it with a damp beauty blender. So that's what I did. And I, of course, layer usually the cream over top of the powder because that's what he does. I didn't do that today. I didn't use the powder. I just wanted to use the cream on its own. I love it. It's so nice. Of course, his products are lovely. I mean, I keep buying them. I do not remember if I told you that I picked this up. From Makeup Forever, this is the Shine Control Primer. I literally bought this just to use on the bridge of my nose. Sometimes my nose makeup can break apart. I can get a little more oily there, so I picked this up just to like literally dab the tiniest amount. This is actually the travel size. They didn't have the larger size, and this is perfect for me because it's probably gonna take me over a year to get through this. Now, a lot of these purchases happened because I saw a video of a tutorial online by someone I love and respect. I think she is an incredible makeup artist, and I wanted to buy most of the products that she had so I could try and recreate it. I'm still waiting on one very important piece of the whole puzzle, so I'm not going to tell you who it is or what it is. I'll do a video for you. But these are the products I was picking up because of her. So from Pat McGrath, this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. This came out a couple years ago, and some people loved it, some people hated it. Now, one of the reasons a lot of people hated it was because, can you hear this? It actually is not stable inside of here. When it came in the mail, it came in the mail, and I opened it, I could hear it rattling around, and I was like, are you kidding me? I was freaking out that it was going to be broken. It's not broken, but it's not attached. I'm literally going to have to re-glue this in here myself to protect it because so many people say it just shatters after a couple uses. So I've been very careful with it. Now, a lot of people don't like it because they say that it is like glittery under the eye. I will say there is a bit of kind of sparkle, but if you think of it more like reflect. So I have it on under the eye right now. And I have a feeling the reason why it's under there is to bounce light back. So when you're looking at me, you're not seeing like a flat matte under eye. You're seeing a little light being bounced at you. I don't think it looks glittery at all. I like it. I use it just under my eyes, in between my eyebrows, a little down my nose, and sometimes around the corners of my nose. I'm not using it all over my face. It's not for that. It says that it's an under eye powder. I'm enjoying this so much so far because it is so lightweight. So when I put it over top of my concealer, I think it just looks natural. I'm not looking cakey. My under eye it doesn't fall apart throughout the day. I think it just sets it the right amount. Well, then I also picked up from Westman Atelier. This is the Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. And I was like back and forth on this because everyone has talked about it. Everyone loves it. And I was like, ugh, it's $48. But they have minis. I have purchased others of their products in the mini sizes just to see how I feel about it. Well, I accidentally purchased the full size at $48. And this is all the product you get for $48. I will say I'm so far very happy with it. I pretty much only use it, right in this area here around my cheekbone, and I use it to contour my nose. The Biscuit is the perfect shade for me. It blends out really nicely. I'm enjoying this so far. We'll see how long it lasts because at that price point, it better last me a long time to make me want to buy another one. We'll see. And then next up, this is the Pillow Talk eyeliner in the shade, where the hell is it? It just says Pillow Talk. Is that the shade? It was supposed to be like some sort of like berry shade. And I do like those shades for my eyes, but a lot of people had said it was really great in the waterline. Here's the thing, I feel like it wears off. I mean, it's still in my waterline and I did use it like on the outer half of my lids. I like it. I don't think it is extraordinary. I don't think it's incredibly creamy. I don't think anything about it is like a superlative that deserves everyone being like, oh, it's nice. The shade is nice. There aren't a lot of shades that are exactly like this. I like it on me with my blue eyes. Is it exactly what I was hoping for? Not entirely, but I like it and I've actually used it a lot. So, something else I picked up recently from Laura Mercier. This is one of her newer powders. This is the Translucent Loose Setting Powder in Ultra Blur. I had kind of like left the other Laura Mercier powder like in my past a couple years ago. It just wasn't right for me anymore. And when I picked this up, it seemed a little yellow and I was freaking out. And it's not. I actually like it. I use it mainly like in this area here. I use a little bit. Well, today I didn't use it at all, but I use it sparingly. I use a light hand with it, and I'm liking it very much so far. That's the thing about like getting older. You need to use less powder. I still need to set my makeup, but I need to use a lot less. For those that it matters, this is talc-free. That didn't matter too much to me. I do think that it leaves a really nice finish. I don't think it is heavy or cakey looking. Well, I use a light amount, so on me it's not gonna look heavy or cakey looking. But if you're looking for like a nice, soft focus, like unscented powder, I don't even want to talk about the scented powders. If you can get your hands on this, I think you would really enjoy it. This here lipstick, I had this in like a red shade, and I picked up this shade. I think it's called like nude beige, which is strange. The color is actually a little more pinky, and it is very much in that shade range that I love. And I don't know why I never bought it before. I look at them all every time I go in the store, but for whatever reason, I bought this because of a video I had seen. And let me tell you, I love this. But because it is like a nice juicy formula at first, it dries down to a very long-lasting matte. And when I say long-lasting, for me it lasts about 4 hours, which is pretty good, honestly. But what I found is that I really like topping it with, this isn't the right shade, but these YSL like lip balms. I have one that is like a more natural pink. When I feel like this is getting like a little too dry, or I don't want to add another layer, I just put that over top. It's pretty close in color, but it just adds a little more moisture so my lips don't get that like dry, cracky lip. But I have used this a few times on its own for the entire day, and I like it so much. So if you're looking for a long wear lip that actually is really nice and doesn't leave you dry and cracky, I think you might like these Armani. What are they called? Like Power Lips or something like that? Yeah, Lip Power. This is the shade 104 in Selfless. Get it together, girl. All right, now I think this is the last thing that I have been using that I haven't told you about. I think. So from Cali Ray, this is the Surf Proof Setting Free. It's a clean, hydrating, long wear like setting spray. And honestly, I don't know why I picked this up, because I literally had just recently repurchased another of the Lawless setting sprays, which I love. But this came out and I was like, I don't know, I was in the mood to try another one. You do need to shake this before you use it. And it says to use like 3 or 4 sprays. I'm gonna be honest with you, I probably go in with like 6 to 8. It is a really nice light mist. Look at that, delightful. It has a nice, gentle, kind of tropical smell. I don't know if that's a coconut scent or whatever it is, but I have it on today. This is the only setting spray I've been using for about the past week and a half. I'm really, really enjoying it. I do think it helps my makeup last longer. I feel like it just sets my powders and kind of like lets them not look super powdery, just kind of like makes things nice the way I want it to. And since I just put that powder on, let's just add a little bit more, you know, just for good measure. I usually then go with my fan just to dry it down quickly, because who wants to wait? And then she's all set and ready for the rest of the day. I did find that I like to set it after I do my mascara. I have set it before I do my mascara, and my lashes actually get a little sticky. And then I go to put the mascara on and it's like a little weird. I don't know about you, but I'm like back and forth on when I use my setting spray. I should use it my very last step, but I don't always. I think that's it. I think I have shown you everything that I have been using. I've not been gatekeeping. The products just kind of build up over time, and all of a sudden I'm like, crap, I have all this stuff I didn't tell them about. And like I said, I do have a video planned where I will be using a lot of these products so you can actually see them in action, because the face that this woman did in the end was so pretty, and I think it's one of those that a lot of us can really relate to. All right, you guys, that is all for my unplanned Sephora haul. I will, of course, leave links for all these products in the description box below. And as always, I want to thank you guys so much for being with me, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah.